Obviously, got to find different ways to win. Conference battle against a team of unbelievable size. But it's a long year. You got to overcome it. I told Tiger at halftime, you got to just shake it off. We talked a little bit about his decisions, and I said, you're a great player. You got to let it go. We're not going to win without you. So he loses 4 for 7 in the second half, 2 for 4 from 3. We turned it around in the second half, obviously offensively, 44 in the second half. Give them credit for our first half offense. I put the ball. I was asking Tiger to do too much. Sometimes, I got great confidence in him, but we got way more player movement. We got way more ball movement in the second half. It was very obvious. So we made some adjustments as a coaching staff, and Jaime had the right statement at halftime to the team. He said, we can't worry about offense. We're in the game still. We only got 21 because of our defense, and we can't stop defending. And I still think that we got a long way to go. We gave up 49% in our gym. We did create some turnovers, but I just think we got a long way to go. It's frustrating when we won't draw the charge. I know it's a different time, but I don't want to hear about it's a different time, and then I turn on my phone and I show my team. I wish I can't pronounce her name, but whoever she is, if she ever wants to help coach basketball, she got a grad assistant spot. The girl from Houston that dove on the table. I don't know if you guys saw her. It's the greatest player of the year. If I was in charge, she won't win it, but if I was in charge of the ESPYs, she wins the ESPY for best player of the year. All out. Not only did she do it, she got up and finished the play. And Saturday morning, I saw it, and we showed it to our team before practice. Before practice. I got guys who won't take a charge. She's all out. Pete Rose, all out on that table. Saved it. You got to see it, man. I'll send it to you. It's the best play I've ever seen in any sport. Of course, that's how I look at things. I got a good friend of mine. I use that loosely because neither one of us are very sane, but he won the Stanley Cup, Eric Johnson. Yes, I did get a drink out of it. He said that their motto was, what's best, the Avs motto was, sometimes what's not best for you is best for the team. So getting run over might not be best for you, but it's what the team needs. And it obviously worked for them. So, in team sports, you got to do things that aren't best for you, that sometimes are not in your best interest. So, but again, I saw tale of two halves. We shoot 51% in the second half. Better ball movement, better shot selection. We kept defending. But give Oregon credit. I thought they had tremendous fight in them, which I knew they would because their schedule. They played Michigan State, UConn, Villanova, Houston. So they're bad. They come in here very battle tested.
It seemed like your intensity was there when you needed it as a team.
It was or wasn't?
It was.
Yeah, I mean, look, we got some 7 minutes to go down the stretch. I went with Kenny a lot defensively. He's a veteran. Our big concern was the backboard. They only got 5 offensive out of 25 misses because of their size, man. So we did a good job there. I just don't think, look, the proof is in the numbers. I mean, I'm not all about numbers, but if you look at the analytics, defensively, we're not in the top 10. We're like 30th. We could drop with this performance. So, but we got a lot of young guys. We just got to keep pounding nails. It's the only way to build something. We got to continue to build our defense out. It's going to be, we're going to be a work in progress for a long time. I thought Amari had a great second half. I think he hit all 14 of his points in the second half. Yeah, pretty sure.
When you have a first half like, and it's kind of a slog. It's
that's
both teams
match.
have fun. When you go in at halftime, are you raising your voice or are you just trying calmly saying, "Hey, we can ramp up the intensity"?
I try everything. Usually, I try to be calm. Then I raise my voice. Then I realize I'd like to live, so I try to be calm again. And I realized you put
Goes up.
guys on the line and run them, but you can't do that during the game. So, you know, you change it up. You know, it didn't surprise me. I knew this was coming. You know, they got big, strong athletes. You know, they gave Jaime a little bit of trouble around the rim. You know, it's a game like, look what happens. You know, Dante gets foul trouble, Jaime gets foul trouble, Amari got foul trouble, them. So, you know, that's conference basketball. You just got to find a way to get a win and get on and try to win and improve. The key is improving. The key is not being happy that you won. That is the biggest challenge coaching young people. Consistent winning, repetitive winning is really hard. It's even hard in pros. Look at the Warriors record, look at the Rams record. Even my Avs are struggling a little bit. They got a lot of injuries. I know nothing about hockey, so
I was gonna ask,
just my buddy, so.
I was gonna ask, are you gonna try and impart a hockey mentality to this
No.
team?
I don't know, no. I watched it for the first time after Derek and I become friends. I don't have one guy to play. Them guys are way too tough. Not even in the stratosphere. Forget about that. But again, you got to win and improve, and you can't win and be happy that you won. You know, we've got to look at the film, and we've got to continue to find ways to get better as individuals and as a team. That's what college basketball is about. That's why it's such a different game to game. As soon as you start thinking you're really good, you go play, Indiana goes into Rutgers. And I don't know if anybody in America could have beat Rutgers yesterday if you watched the game. I've never seen a team play as hard as them. It's, you know, it happens in college basketball. That's why college basketball is the best viewing sport. It's not just a tournament. When you get into conference play, forget bye games, and it's just World War III. The atmosphere in that game was nuts yesterday. I mean, look how hard this game was, how hard fought this game was. So, we overcame a bad first half. Give our guys credit for digging in there, and we'll try to keep improving.
And one more thing, Amari just seems to be flourishing not even 10 games into his career.
He's got great talent. You know what he does? 7 for 12. He's now shooting like 55%. Very rare for a young player to understand shot selection. Very rare. It shows his basketball IQ. He's an unbelievable basketball IQ. I can't tell you how many guys in 7 years as an assistant, 20 as a head coach, I've coached. Begging guys to understand you'll be a better player if you shoot high percentage shots. Very few guys get it. Very rare as a freshman. Very rare. Doesn't force, rarely forces. So, all right guys, thank you.
Thank you.